Roseanne, the groundbreaking sitcom that brought a more relatable portrayal of a working-class American family to our screens, also had its share of drama. The show boldly tackled controversial topics like abortion, sparking discussions, but also pushing boundaries. When it returned in 2018, the show made headlines again. Offensive tweets by Roseanne Barr, the show's main character, led to her character being written out. The series was then revamped as The Connors, focusing on the rest of the family as they navigate life after 1988. Now, as the show celebrates its 36th anniversary, let's take a look and see what the original cast members are doing these days. John Goodman as Dan Connor. John Goodman brings the character of Dan Connor to life, Roseanne's husband and father to Becky, Darlene, DJ, and Jerry. Dan is a well-liked, easygoing blue-collar worker who makes a living hanging drywall. Just like Roseanne, he carries some extra weight and enjoys relaxing when he's not on the job. While a dependable provider, loyal husband, and good father, Dan usually lets Roseanne take the lead when it comes to raising the kids. Goodman's acting journey began after college when he moved to New York City with a shoestring budget. Living near the theater district, he initially tried his hand at bartending and waiting tables, but with limited success. He eventually found work doing voiceovers, commercials, and stage plays. You might recognize him from the classic Men in Skin Bracer commercial, where he delivers the famous line, "Thanks, I needed that," after slapping himself. Before landing film roles in the early 80s, Goodman honed his craft off-Broadway and in dinner theater productions. He even made guest appearances on Aaron Sorkin's shows The West Wing and Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip. In The West Wing, he played the Speaker of the House and even became acting president Glenn Allen Walken for a period. His performance as Judge Robert Bebe in Studio 60 earned him an Emmy Award for Outstanding Guest Actor in a Drama Series in 2007. Goodman met his wife Annabeth in New Orleans while filming a movie, and they've been together ever since. They have a daughter, Molly, who has worked behind the scenes in the film industry. A lifelong St. Louis Cardinals fan, Goodman even narrated a documentary about the team's 1980s era for the MLB Network in 2020. Michael Fishman as DJ Connor. Michael Fishman brings DJ Connor to life, the youngest child of Roseanne and Dan, and their only son until Jerry arrived in 1995. While DJ does well in school, his sisters, Becky and Darlene, often tease him for seeming less academically gifted. He's more energetic and playful than his older siblings. Fishman continued acting while pursuing a performing arts education at Orange County High School of the Arts. He landed guest spots on shows like Walker, Texas Ranger, and Seinfeld, and even scored a recurring role alongside Andrew Dice Clay on Hits before its cancellation. Beyond television, Fishman appeared in movies, including Steven Spielberg's AI Artificial Intelligence. He also reconnected with Roseanne Barr, co-hosting The Roseanne Show for 2 seasons until its end in 2000. Fishman's talents extend beyond acting. He's worn many hats in the industry, working as an executive producer, writer, director, set builder, production crew member, and even a camera operator on various shows and films like Great Job, Thanks, The Real Roseanne Show, and Sports Science. In 2013, he took on a role in Joseph Mazzello's directorial debut, the sports comedy drama Undrafted, playing Antonelli. The film premiered in 2016. Most recently, in 2023, Fishman starred as Tad Cummins in Abducted by My Teacher, The Elizabeth Thomas Story, a movie part of a series based on real-life headlines. Cummins was the person responsible for Elizabeth Thomas's kidnapping. Fishman married Jennifer Briner in 1999. They separated in 2017, and their divorce was finalized in 2019. They have 2 children together, a son named Aaron and a daughter named Isabel. Laurie Metcalf as Jackie Harris. Jackie, played by Laurie Metcalf, is a smart and caring person, but with a touch of insecurity that often holds her back. Roseanne's controlling nature creates tension between the sisters, But Jackie can find comfort in that support, especially during times of vulnerability. Just like Roseanne, Jackie has a difficult relationship with their mother, Bev, who constantly criticizes her life choices. Metcalf honed her acting skills at Illinois State University, graduating with a theater degree in 1976. While there, she met future stars like John Malkovich and Jeff Perry, who later co-founded Steppenwolf Theater Company in Chicago. Metcalf herself became a founding member of Steppenwolf, launching her professional career there. In 2007, a new role came knocking. Mary Cooper, the mother of the quirky Sheldon Cooper on the hit sitcom The Big Bang Theory. Metcalf's portrayal of Mary over the show's 12 seasons earned her numerous accolades, including 4 Primetime Emmy nominations for Outstanding Guest Actress in a Comedy Series. Interestingly, her daughter Zoe Perry portrays a younger Mary in the spin-off prequel series Young Sheldon. Most recently, Metcalf returned to Broadway in Grey House, April-July 2023. She also co-starred in Ray Romano's directorial debut film Somewhere in Queens, 2023. Known for her dedication, Metcalf admits to being a workaholic and pushing herself hard during rehearsals. Theater remains her preferred acting medium, where she feels most at ease. Beyond acting, Metcalf has also lent her voice to commercials for Plan USA, a charity supporting children in need worldwide. Alicia Goranson as Becky Connor. The eldest of the Connor kids, Becky, played by Lacey Goranson, first appeared as a preteen obsessed with makeup, fashion, and boys. Though occasionally self-absorbed and prone to the occasional squabble, she was generally the most well-adjusted Connor child, keeping good grades and avoiding major trouble. After the original Roseanne ended, Goranson landed guest spots on shows like Law and Order SVU, Sex and the City, and even movies like The Extra Man. Following her time as Becky, she switched to using her full first name, Alicia, professionally. In 2017, news broke about a Roseanne revival with most of the original cast and crew returning. Goranson was confirmed to reprise her role as Becky, while Sarah Chalke, who played Becky in later seasons, would take on a different character. The revival premiered in March 2018, but was abruptly canceled by ABC just a few months later due to offensive tweets by Roseanne Barr. However, ABC wasn't ready to let the Connors go. They announced a spin-off titled The Connors that would feature the original cast, excluding Barr. The show debuted in October 2018, with Goranson even flexing her creative muscles by writing an episode focusing on gun violence in the United States. Born in Evanston, Illinois, Goranson comes from a family with environmental and educational backgrounds. Sadly, her mother passed away in January 2020. Sarah Gilbert as Darlene Connor. Sarah Gilbert brings Darlene Connor Olinsky to life. The second child and younger daughter of Dan and Roseanne, Darlene was born in 1977. She's a witty and artistic soul, much like her mom, but also a bit of a tomboy with some social awkwardness. Early on, Darlene was more interested in sports than academics, even though she's quite intelligent. She often poked fun at her older sister Becky for being studious, girly, and boy-crazy. Since Roseanne, Gilbert has built a diverse acting career. She's appeared on shows like The Simpsons, 24, Will and Grace, and medical dramas like ER and Private Practice. She even landed a recurring role as the sharp-tongued medical student Jane Figler on ER for several seasons. In 2005, she returned to primetime sitcoms with Twins on the WB network, but it was canceled after one season. She's also had stints on other short-lived shows like The Class and appeared in movies alongside Drew Barrymore. Beyond acting, Gilbert has directed a short film and even participated in a theater production. Interestingly, Gilbert dated her on-screen boyfriend Johnny Galecki, their characters on Roseanne and later The Big Bang Theory also dated during her teenage years. This relationship helped her realize she is a lesbian. They remain good friends to this day. In 2001, Gilbert began a relationship with television producer Ali Adler. They have a son and a daughter together. Natalie West as Crystal Anderson Connor. Natalie West brings Crystal Anderson Connor to life. Crystal's a close friend of Roseanne's, dating back to their high school days together with Jackie. They even ended up working alongside each other at Wellman Plastics. Crystal's a kind soul with a gentle nature, and sometimes people, even Roseanne, can take advantage of her good heart. While she recognizes when others walk all over her, Crystal rarely speaks up for herself, worried about being seen as pushy or unfeminine. West's acting career began on the stage in Chicago during the early 1980s. She landed a regular role on Roseanne for seasons 3 and 4, with guest appearances before and after that period. Her last appearance was in the season 8 premiere in 1995. She then stepped back from film and television for a while to focus on theater. She even returned for the 2018 revival of Roseanne, which was initially renewed for a second season. However, due to controversial tweets by Roseanne Barr, ABC canceled the revival after just one season. West has also dabbled in film, appearing in independent movies like Life Sentence, 2004, and landing her first leading role in the 2012 comedy drama Nate and Margaret. She's a dedicated theater performer as well, regularly appearing in productions with Chicago's A Red Orchid Theater. Johnny Galecki as David Healy. Johnny Galecki takes on the role of David Healy, Mark's younger brother, who first showed up in the episode The Bowling Show. Unlike the rebellious streak Mark initially displayed, David is friendly and respectful towards the Connors. He's a shy, gentle soul, polite, thoughtful, and artistic. He tends to be quiet and keeps his feelings close, likely due to the challenges he faces at home with his abusive mother. This dynamic also plays out in his relationship with Darlene, where he takes on a more submissive role. Galecki started acting at a young age, performing in Chicago theater productions. His first on-screen role came in the 1987 miniseries Murder Ordained, alongside future Roseanne co-star John Goodman. He also landed parts in movies like National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation and the TV show American Dreamer. In the years that followed, Galecki appeared in various shows like Billy and movies like the superhero comedy Hancock with Will Smith. He even poked fun at himself with guest spots on Entourage in 2011. Another film credit includes In Time, alongside Justin Timberlake and Amanda Seyfried. Galecki reprised his role as David for one episode in the 2018 revival of Roseanne, but the show was canceled shortly after due to offensive tweets by Roseanne Barr. A spin-off titled The Connors was created, featuring the original cast without Barr, and Galecki has made occasional appearances as David on this new show. Sarah Chalke as Becky Connor Healy. Sarah Chalke takes over the role of Becky Connor, later Healy, in seasons 6 through 9. Chalke's acting journey began on stage at the young age of 8. Performing in musical theater productions. By 12, she was already a reporter on a Canadian children's show called Kid Zone. Her big break came in 2001 when she landed the role of Dr. Elliot Reed on the hit sitcom Scrubs, a role she played for all 9 seasons until the show ended in 2010. She's also appeared in various films, including Ernest Goes to School and Cake. Chalke even showed off her comedic chops in a parody video for Channel 101 called The Boo with the Lonely Island, though she was credited under a different name. In 2007, she co-starred with Ryan Reynolds in the movie Chaos Theory. A year later, she became the face of a women's underwear line by Hanes, with commercials directed by her Scrubs co-star Zach Braff. From 2008 to 2009, Chalke guest starred on How I Met Your Mother as Stella Zinman. In 2011, she played the lead role in the short-lived CBS sitcom Mad Love. Chalke was previously engaged to Canadian lawyer Jamie Afifi for 3 years before calling it off in 2022. They have 2 children together, a son diagnosed with Kawasaki disease at a young age, and a daughter. Breast cancer runs in Chalke's family, and she's a strong advocate for early detection and prevention. She even starred in a Lifetime movie called Why I Wore Lipstick to My Mastectomy to raise awareness. Beyond acting, Chalke is also an ambassador for the Audrey Hepburn Children's Foundation. Glenn Quinn as Mark Healy. Glenn Quinn takes on the role of Mark Healy, Becky's boyfriend, who starts dating her when she's quite young, much to the dismay of the Connors. Mark comes from a troubled family background. He's handy with machines, but unlike his brother David, academics aren't his strong suit. He struggles in school and doesn't seem to have clear plans for the future. Mark even elopes with Becky when she's still a teenager. Before landing the role of Mark on Roseanne, Quinn appeared in commercials for Pepsi and Ray-Ban. He even scored a spot in the music video for Richard Marx's song Satisfied. Interestingly, his first speaking role came after 8 auditions for a different show, Beverly Hills 90210. Though he wasn't cast as a main character, the show's casting director gave him a small part in the pilot episode, but it was barely noticeable in the final cut. After years of using an American accent on Roseanne, Quinn was excited to land a role on the Buffy spin-off Angel, where he could finally use his natural Irish brogue. The character of Alan Francis Doyle wasn't originally written as Irish, but the show's creator, Joss Whedon, let Quinn use his accent, adding authenticity to the role. His last film appearance was in the dark comedy RSVP in 2002. Sadly, Quinn battled substance abuse after his time on Roseanne, as confirmed by his co-star Michael Fishman and his sister. He struggled to stay sober and eventually had to give up ownership of his Los Angeles nightclub Goldfingers. On December 3, 2002, at the young age of 32, Quinn was found dead at a friend's home. An autopsy revealed he died from an accidental drug overdose. In 2019, during a reunion for the cast of Angel, David Boreanaz spoke fondly of Quinn, saying, "He wasn't just a great character on the show, but also became a close friend. May he rest in peace." Estelle Parsons as Beverly Harris. Estelle Parsons brings Beverly Lorraine Bev Harris to life, the mother of Roseanne and Jackie, wife to Al, and Nana Mary's daughter. Bev also has a half-sister named Sonia. Let's just say Bev's a handful. She can be overbearing, critical, and a bit loud, often getting on her family's nerves. While her intentions might be good, her nagging, high-pitched voice can come across the wrong way. Before becoming Bev on Roseanne, Parsons had a successful career outside of television. She started in New York City, working as a writer, producer, and commentator for The Today Show. Then she transitioned to theater, making her Broadway debut in the 1950s. Her talents were quickly recognized, and she won awards for her off-Broadway performances throughout the 1960s. Parsons continued to impress on stage throughout her career, even receiving a prestigious Woman of Achievement Award in 2009. More recently, she's appeared in London's West End and returned to Broadway in productions like Good People and Nice Work If You Can Get It. In 2018, she even reprised her role as Bev on the Roseanne revival. Parsons has also had a rich personal life. She was married to author Richard Gaiman in the 1950s, with whom she had twin daughters. Later, she married Peter Zimroth, an attorney who served in various legal roles. Together, they adopted a son. Sadly, Zimroth passed away in 2021. Michael O'Keefe as Fred. Michael O'Keefe takes on the role of Fred, a mechanic who works alongside Dan at the city garage. When Fred meets Jackie, their encounter leads to a one-night stand, an unexpected pregnancy, and ultimately, marriage. While Jackie takes some time to warm up to Fred, she eventually accepts him as her child's father and a permanent fixture in their lives. O'Keefe's career extends far beyond Roseanne. He's known for his comedic role as Danny Noonan in Caddyshack, but he's also received critical acclaim for dramatic performances. His portrayal of Ben, the eldest son in The Great Santini, even earned him an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actor. He's played various roles throughout the years, from a Marine in A Rumor of War to a college athlete lured into a cult in Split Image. He's also appeared in films alongside Hollywood heavyweights. He played a baseball player in love with a rock singer in The Slugger's Wife, starred in thrillers like The Glass House, and even shared the screen with Tommy Lee Jones in Savage Islands. More recently, he's acted with George Clooney in Michael Clayton and Jack Nicholson in both Ironweed and The Pledge. His filmography is diverse, including movies like Frozen River and American Violet. O'Keefe was previously married to singer Bonnie Raitt and currently shares a son with his wife, actress Emily Donahoe. Interestingly, he's been a practicing Zen Buddhist since 1981. Martin Mull as Leon Karp. Martin Mull brings Leon Karp to life. Leon starts out as Roseanne's boss at Rod Bell's Luncheonette, and later becomes her business partner at the Lanford Lunchbox. While they clash sometimes, Leon eventually becomes a close friend to the Connors, practically another member of the family. Before becoming Leon, Mull actually started his career writing songs. One of his hits was A Girl Named Johnny Cash for country singer Jane Morgan. He even launched his own music career, performing funny and satirical songs throughout the 1970s. His stage presence was unique. Instead of fancy set design, he used comfy furniture from thrift stores. Beyond Roseanne, Mull had roles on several other shows. He played a goofy private investigator named Gene Parmesan on Arrested Development, and a hilarious drug-dealing pharmacist named Russell on 2.5 Men. He's also appeared on shows like Gary Unmarried. But acting wasn't Mull's only passion. He's also a painter, and his artwork has been featured in various exhibits. He even participated in a unique protest in 1971, displaying his art in a men's room at a museum to challenge their lack of contemporary art. Mull was married twice before finding love with singer Wendy Haas. Together, they had a daughter, Maggie, who currently works as a co-executive producer for Family Guy. Sadly, Mull passed away in 2024 at his Los Angeles home after a long illness. Sandra Bernhard as Nancy Bartlett. The captivating Nancy Lynn Bartlett, portrayed by the talented Sandra Bernhard, is a part owner of the Lanford Lunchbox. Nancy's story takes an interesting turn when she marries Arnie Thomas, only to later come out as a lesbian after their separation. Nancy embraces her true self and is often seen dating women. Her first girlfriend, Marla, is played by the captivating Morgan Fairchild. Nancy exudes confidence and owns her promiscuity without an ounce of self-consciousness about her unique behavior. Bernhard's journey to stardom began at the Comedy Store, where she became a regular fixture. As her comedic talent gained recognition, she landed a supporting role on The Richard Pryor Show in 1977, followed by guest appearances on various evening talk shows. Her big break came in 1981 when the renowned Martin Scorsese cast her as the stalker, kidnapper, Masha in the film The King of Comedy. Her outstanding performance garnered her the National Society of Film Critics Award for Best Supporting Actress. In 2015, Bernhard added another feather to her cap with her first appearance as the recurring character Joth, Joe, in the 4th season of Two Broke Girls. From 2018 to 2021, she showcased her versatility once more by playing Nurse Judy on FX's Pose, a thought-provoking show inspired by the documentary Paris is Burning, which explores queer and trans ball culture in Manhattan. Bernhard also made a memorable appearance in Season 2, Episode 17 of the beloved television series Brooklyn 99, where she played Darlene Linetti, the mother of Gina Linetti. In November 2020, during an interview with Mariah Carey, supermodel Naomi Campbell called out Bernhard for comments she had made about Carey and black men in her 1998 comedy show, I'm Still Here, Damn It. On the show, Bernhard made disparaging remarks about Carey's black ancestry, stirring controversy. However, Bernhard identifies as bisexual and is a staunch supporter of LGBT rights. In 1998, she gave birth to a daughter, whom she raised with her partner of over 20 years, Sarah Switzer. Bernhard also had a relationship with Venezuelan actress Patricia Velasquez, Emma Kenny as Harris Connor Healy. Emma Kenny breathes life into Harris Connor Healy. A tiny fighter from the very beginning, Harris defied the odds stacked against her premature birth. Darlene bestowed the name Harris Connor Healy, a powerful combination honoring the strong women in her family, including Roseanne, whose maiden name was Harris. The name whispered hope, a wish for the same unwavering strength Harris would need to thrive. Kenny herself arrived on September 14, 1999, in the heart of New York City. Her parents, Jillian, a legal champion fighting for the wrongly accused, and Kevin, a sports writer who once penned articles for the New York Post and now entertains with Fox Sports, provided a nurturing environment. Early on, Kenny showcased her talent in short films and television movies. By the impressive age of 9, she became the youngest filmmaker finalist at the prestigious New Jersey International Film Festival held at Rutgers University. Perhaps destined for comedic brilliance, Kenny landed the role of Debbie Gallagher, on-screen daughter to William H. Macy, in the dramedy Shameless. This talented young actress secured the part at just 10 years old, while still attending Park Middle School in Scotch Plains, New Jersey. Following the unexpected turn of events, ABC rose to the occasion and created The Connors, a spin-off series continuing the Connor family story without Roseanne Barr. Thankfully, the show retained its beloved cast, including the phenomenal Emma Kenny. The Connors premiered on October 16, 2018, much to the delight of fans everywhere. George Clooney as Booker Brooks. Workers at Wellman initially scoffed at Booker, their easygoing foreman. But compared to the tyrant who came next, they grew nostalgic for Booker's gentle leadership. For a time, he even dated Jackie, though they fumbled to keep it under wraps. Booker kept production quotas manageable at 5,500 units, a far cry from the backbreaking 8,000 demanded by their future nightmare boss, Keith Faber. Believe it or not, George Clooney's journey to stardom began with a blink and you'll miss it part as an extra in the 1978 miniseries Centennial, filmed partly in his hometown. His big break arrived in 1984 with a short-lived sitcom called ER, no relation to the medical drama. He also graced screens as a handyman on The Facts of Life and a detective on The Golden Girls. Fast forward to 2014, and Clooney found himself wearing multiple hats. Co-writer, director, and star of The Monuments Men, based on the true story of a group who protected priceless art from Nazi clutches. The film boasted a constellation of A-list talent alongside Clooney, including heavyweights like Matt Damon and Cate Blanchett. Next up was Tomorrowland, 2015, a sci-fi adventure featuring Clooney as an ingenious inventor named Frank Walker. The year wasn't over yet, as he even popped up as himself in the quirky Netflix holiday film A Very Merry Christmas. In 2016, Clooney delivered a hilarious performance in Hail Caesar, a Coen brothers comedy set in the golden age of Hollywood. While the Syrian conflict raged, Clooney made a conscious decision in 2015 to focus on aiding refugees, rather than wading into the complex political mire. He and his wife Mull even met with Syrian refugees in Berlin, along with German Chancellor Angela Merkel, to express gratitude for Germany's compassionate refugee policy. Roseanne Barr as Roseanne Connor. Roseanne Connor, née Harris, is brought to life by Roseanne Barr. Channeling her signature stand-up style and likely her real-life personality, Roseanne comes across as a brash, outspoken, and sharp-tongued woman with a hefty physique. She's also a force to be reckoned with, intelligent, and quick-witted. Roseanne has a strong desire to be in control, extending her influence to her sister, husband, kids, co-workers, and even friends. But beneath the domineering exterior lies a devoted wife and mother. She's a hard worker who prioritizes spending quality time with her family. The brainchild of The Cosby Show producers, yearning for a sitcom that portrayed a working-class family without sugarcoating, Roseanne landed in their sights. Writer Matt Williams, a veteran of The Cosby Show, crafted a script featuring factory workers, and Roseanne Barr was chosen to embody Roseanne Connor. The show debuted in October 1988, smashing ratings records with over 21 million households tuning in, making it the season's most successful premiere. Fast forward to 2003, and Roseanne found herself juggling two new ventures, a cooking show titled Domestic Goddess, and a reality show dubbed The Real Roseanne Show, documenting her experiences hosting the cooking show. Sadly, both projects were cut short due to a necessary surgery. However, her talents weren't sidelined for long. In 2004, she lent her voice to Maggie, a key character in the animated film Home on the Range. More recently, in September 2022, news broke of Roseanne Barr's return to comedy with a new special, Cancel This, which premiered on the streaming platform Fox Nation in February 2023. Hot on the heels of that, November 2023 saw the announcement of her starring role in an adult animated series titled Mr. Bircham for The Daily Wire, slated for a release in early 2024. However, controversy wasn't far behind. In July 2009, Roseanne Barr sparked outrage by posing as Adolf Hitler in a satirical piece for Heb magazine, a Jewish publication. The photo shoot, titled That Oven Feelin', featured her sporting a Hitler mustache and armband while holding a tray of burnt cookies the article referred to as burnt Jew cookies. This insensitive portrayal drew widespread condemnation. Hey there! Thanks for taking a walk down memory lane with the Roseanne crew. Actors, like the rest of us, get older, you know? The good news is, some of them keep achieving incredible things. Did this video tickle your nostalgia bone? If so, smash that like button and subscribe for more pop culture throwbacks. In the comments below, tell us your favorite Roseanne moment. We'd love to hear from you.